أقسم بالله العظيم أن أحافظ مخلصا على النظام الجمهوري، وأن أحترم الدستور والقانون، وأن أرعى مصالح الشعب رعاية كاملة، وأن أحافظ على استقلال الوطن ووحدة وسلامة أراضيه.
New Egypt means economic growth, better standards of living, attracting more foreign direct investment, focusing more on the opportunities we have in the oil and gas, tourism, industry, agriculture. It's building for the future for the Egyptian people.
About 3200 BC, the ancient Egyptian civilization was born. It established one of the greatest empires in history, with great achievements that still bear witness to the glories of that era in Egypt's glorious history of building great pyramids, constructing dams, as well as the ancient Egyptian innovations in agriculture, industry, military chariots, and others. Such great achievements have turned into attractions that tourists from all over the world are seeking to visit, whereas Egypt owns 1/3 of the world's monuments and turned to be one of the greatest tourist destinations. Egypt possesses all types of tourist elements, the most important of which are Egypt's unique geographic location, the temperate climate, the beauty of nature, the history of ancient Egypt, museums that preserve the Egyptian monuments, as well as abundance of tourist resorts. Residents of tourist areas work as tourist guides in hotel management, restaurants, handicrafts, and commerce. Residents of tourist areas are best known for their hospitality, for organizing festivals and concerts, along with mastering several foreign languages. By the end of 2017, the number of tourists visiting Egypt has exceeded 8.3 million tourists who spend their holidays in Egypt's touristic sites. The number of tourist nights reached 32 million nights. Tourism revenues reached almost 7.2 billion American dollars by the end of last year, with an increase of 44% compared to the previous year 2016, whereas the number of tourists reached 5.3 million tourists, and the tourism revenues almost reached $7.2 billion by the end of last year. Egypt's economic indicators have not only improved in tourism, but also in other areas that witnessed multiple achievements, including the issuance of the new investment law, which enables the investors to easily fulfill all requirements for establishing their enterprises. The new law has great impact on the investment environment. Egypt has 126 economic zones with thousands of factories and investment opportunities. Specialized industrial cities have been established. This is indicative of large investment opportunities. The inflow of foreign direct investment increased by 14% in the fiscal year 2016-2017. The volume of development investments since mid-2014 is about £400 billion. About 11,000 projects have been established on the land of Egypt, with an average of 3 projects per day. The cost of these projects is about £2 trillion. Cash reserve has also risen to about 37 billion American dollars. The balance of trade deficit in the previous 2 years decreased by $20 billion, including $4 billion decrease in Egyptian exports. Inflation rates went down from 35% to 22% during the current month. The budget deficit declined as a percentage of GDP from 16.7% in 2013 to 10.9% in 2017. In the field of energy, 25,000 megawatts of conventional and renewable energy capacity have been added by June 2018, equivalent to about 12 times the capacity of the High Dam. 62 exploration agreements for oil and gas were signed, and natural gas discoveries doubled 8 times over the period 2010 and 2014, reaching 36.8 trillion square feet. Projects for developing natural gas fields have been implemented with total investments amounting to $12.6 billion to reach 5 million square feet per day, with an increase of 130% compared to the period from 2010 to 2014. In the field of housing, 25,000 units were built to provide suitable housing for the inhabitants of slums. 355,000 units are being implemented at a cost of £71 billion. As well as establishing the new administrative capital and 13 new cities all over the government. In the fields of road transport and highways, the total number of highways reached about 7,000 kilometers at a total cost exceeding £85 billion and nearly 200 bridges costing about £25 billion. As for the major national projects, the projects of digging Suez Canal expansion was completed in 1 year at a cost of $65 billion. The Suez Canal's hub, the largest of its kind in the Middle East, has been launched to be the engine of development for Egypt's future. A joint project for reclamation and cultivation of 1.5 million acres has been established in the framework of an ambitious plan aiming for reclamation of 4 billion acres, as well as the establishment of 100,000 greenhouses equivalent in production to million acres of land. In addition, major projects have been established for fish farming in North Delta and east of Suez Canal, as well as large projects for animal production and poultry farms, with an increase of 232% in scientific research. The prospects of development and investment in Egypt are wide-ranging between tourism, transportation, industry, agriculture, and electronics, amid a climate of investment promotion and security stability.